Psalms, Psalms chapter 37, verse 5. Commit thy ways unto the Lord Yahweh Shah. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Dua to Yahweh Shemel Shah for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Aki, pushing the word in sincerity and truth, and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come, race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID check, which is the mark of the beast. 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the terrors of the Lord looking awful like into the chambers. Simultaneously, the terrors of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens. Rightfully so. Hey, Albert Azad, Lord, to the cause of this video, just a vessel seeking salvation. This filthy place, spiritually known as Sodom, Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, all crammed into one, and all other customs that it has taken upon made this place more and more wicked. I was right now the time is very important. 4:32 a.m. in the morning, December 30th, 2022, the year to turn up. Everything's turning up quite well. It's that close. I just got a word, right? That this the spirit that I was going to erase these words, and some told me don't erase nothing. See, now, I was looking at the word fervent, right?
Fervent,
right? It says for fervent, having or displaying a passionate intensity. This word stuck out to me. Intensity. I got it right here. Let me see. Intensity. Right. The quality of being intense. All right, and it says right here, and we got a little sentence, right? It says the pain grew intensity, gazing into her face with discerning intensity. So it's intensing. It's the pain. I mean, the situation is intense. It could be pain. It could be, how you feel. The chemistry grew. Your how we feel at that moment, like the force, the strength, the power, the powerfulness. What is this word? Potency, right? So the potency has grown in its truth, and the prophecies is growing, and everything around it is intensifying, right? The potency is the potency of the prophecy is intensifying, right? So I got that from the word fervent. So that just stuck out right now. That was just the spirit, and it was a very powerful moment right there. That's for me. That was very powerful. All right, so I was that verse. I was Salakia. I'm kind of all over the place. Okay, got it from here. Peters, and so it's intense right now. I mean, for me, it's been very intense for this last 8 days, and things is but the more the more of your journey to Yahweh Shemel Shah is to have trust in Him and faith in Him. So we are rich in faith, and we also got trust in Yahweh Shemel Shah. We have faith in Yahweh Shemel Shah, and we supposed to be. That's our goal right there. That's our mission, is to keep it on Him. And I got these verses from. I got that verse from. I'm gonna come back to that. God damn, I wrote it, and I got that from here. First Peter's, right? I was just going over verses and trying to, just reading, just doing a little, trying to get a little topic together, and just searching out the scriptures. And you know, a lot of thoughts came in my mind. I was just praying to the Lord. I was thinking about Psalms 51, and you know, it's very powerful stuff, man. Like, and you know, you went over these verses over and over again, but it's a script. That's why it's called the scripture. It's the script. You rehearsing the righteous act. So you're going over the verses. You're putting these things in your mind, and these verses in your mind. You're meditating to the scriptures, and then it's gonna have to play out. What's that verse? It says, what it says. Hold on. Hey, shalom, shalom. So, this verse just jumped in mind, so I wanted to get it, and that makes logical sense because, yeah, we were rehearsing the righteous acts. This is a script. You know, you get to practice it, read about the story, read about your ancestors, read about what you're going to do, and the Lord. So everything is in your mind. So it which is real powerful because it does all the other things. Because oh jeez, there's a lot of things running through my mind. I'm trying to break it down as fast as I can. All right, so you going through all these rehearsals, right? But in this rehearsal, you getting distractions, you know, like you know VA you got your brothers up there doing the verses, doing the videos upstairs on the YouTube, right? But other things up there on the YouTube is just distraction. You might see a woman with thongs on, shaking her rump on YouTube. That's a distraction, man. You might see some rap battles. That's a distraction. So there is this one. Satan is really in the midst of this. Because we learned that Satan, we learned that the book of Job, that because we read the book of Job, that Yahweh and Satan made a bet. They said, but you can't get my righteous one, Job, was you of evil. Same thing goes with us. Oh, he come to serve the Lord, well, he gonna have to be tempted. Because Lord, truly, we gotta understand that, remember, Satan works for Yahweh. Okay? So he fear Yahweh, he fear Yahweh El Shai too. So he wanted to make sure if you doing your thing, you're gonna have to be tested. And this is where your test comes at. Is where let's go back to Hebrew. I don't think I read this, but I'm gonna come back to that. This is where 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7, casting all your cares upon him. Casting all your cares upon him. Who's the him? Yahweh El Shai. For he cares for you. And how do you know he cares for you? When you read Hebrews chapter 12. This just jumped in my mind, so I know I diverted a different direction, but this just jumped in my mind. Let's see. I want to see something. The example. The title, I want to see before I read that. So, yeah, okay, here we go. It says Hebrew chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scorneth every son who he received. So you're going to go through a serious affliction. And it's gonna hey, Job lost babies. You know, imagine seeing a little person grow up and get big in front of you and then get whatever happened. If you read the book of Job, that he lost his children. You know? So it was a lot going on at that moment. And this is the same, we're going through the same ordeal. We're going through the same procedure. We are being chastened. We're being scorned. And like it says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and score every son who he receiveth. And I'll tell you, and I know that's what's happening. That's a purification stage. That's purifying. Chastising. Let me see something here. Let's go. Let's see. I want to see what the word chastising means. All right. Just again, he chastised. All right. This is
Strong's G 3811. Paiduo.
Right? So Salakia, I'm going with the spirit. To train children. To train children. See? To be instructed or taught or learn. Right? See, so that means you're going through a protocol. Oh, let's read on. You're going through something to be better, to make yourself better. To train children. He's training them. We're being trained for the ultimate ordeal. For what is next, what is to come. And it's not going to be easy. You're going to lose stuff. He trained Joe. He said, oh, yeah, let's see if Joe, go get him. He told Satan, go, let me see. You can do everything to him but take his life. So he could do everything to him but take his life? So that means he could take anything else from him. Everything. He could take hey, I can say this right now, right? Salakia. 1 second. On this road to perfection, right? Because we are being purified, and when you become purified, that means all the thing that's not that's supposed to not be there is going to be dissolved. So on this road to perfection, we all lost something. We lost something that was probably dear to us, right? We would have never knew that we were going to get to this point, or we never knew that, oh my goodness, you ask the question, oh, why me? And then, like I said, it says, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, casting all your care. We learned this. These are the procedures we have to do in order to get to the next stage. So every time we go through something, we gotta have more faith in Yahweh Al-Shah. We gotta have more trust in Yahweh Al-Shah. So we are, whatever we lost to get to this point where we're at now, is a part of our purification stage. It's a part of our chastising. And what the word chastise means? To be trained. All right, to train children. So we are being trained. And the number one the word children goes back to the word bun, which means sons. So we are training young men, right? Because we've been taught, right? It says to be instructed or taught or learn. To cause one to learn. Chastise. To chastise. Or, hold on, I can't say this word. Salakia. That's what the secretary said.
Castigate.
Castigate, all right? Repair one severely, if I said that right. Oh, hold on, we gotta go into that one. That's how it says again?
Castigate.
Castigate. I ain't never know that word, so Salakia. So we're gonna add that to the mental Rolodex. Castigate, if I can ever remember that word, to use that word. All right, castigate, right?
Castigate.
He pronounced it castigate, castigate, right? It says, oh, I said that wrong. See, castigate. I don't know what that means. So I mean, we're going over it right now. See, we gonna add some of these words to our mental Rolodex. What's this say?
Reprimand.
Reprimand. Castigate means to reprimand. Rebuke, especially one of official one. All right, so we're being rebuked, reprimand. All right, so let's go back to this word here. Castigate. To reprimand one severely. All right, I think that's severely. Let's see.
Severely.
Yeah, severely. So reprimand one severely, and that's what's happening. We're being castigated. Oh, chastised or castigated with words. Woo! How can you go around that? Hey, buddy, that guy with the armored sweater that came out to Philly camp. See, it's the word that purified you. It's the word it's the words in this book, man. See, so that just came out to correct. Cause we need correction, man. We need correction. So that's what's happening. This chastising is a correction. See, we're being purified. Salaki, the spirit took control of the video. Spirit Yabashim shot. So this is what's happening to us. So but at the same time, all these things, because we can mentally go insane for all these things that's happening to us. And I mentioned that the other day to an individual. I said, this is the only thing that's keeping me stabilized. These words in this book. By me going over and over in this book, but rehearsing, getting prepared for our enemies to come after us. So all this regular shit that's going on around it just ain't the fight. You know? This ain't the fight. You losing your job ain't the fight. If you got faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh, He's gonna give you another one. You losing your woman ain't the fight. You losing your children ain't the fight. Yahweh Shem Yahweh is gonna give you more. That's not the fight. The fight is when the hour of temptation. Okay? Did you rehearse the righteous act? Did you study to show that approve? Because it's a process. You know, you do a lot of intensive reading. You don't know, you might not be able to pronounce a word. You may not know the meaning of a word, so you got to go in depth. Can you imagine what our apostles went through? When they had to go to libraries and sit there and read the books and then lose sight. You're going blind every time you read scrolling words. Every time you sit in front of a computer, you get blind, you get losing sight. That's why you see them with glasses all the time. Those are scholars. You know? Just to lay the foundation of Yahweh Shem Yahweh for us, and they said, look, this is what it is. This is the way, walk ye in it. So it's going to lead us to what Yahweh Shah is going to say right here. This is what's going to lead to us. It's going to lead us. Ooh, I'm going to read all this right here. Look what this says. It's Yahweh Shah said this. See, this is what it's going to lead us to. This is what happened. See, we're doing everything we're doing right now is for us to cast all our burdens and have trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh. So and look what it says. It says Matthew chapter 10 verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. You're just a little sheep, a little lamb. Be ye therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. So we supposed to be wise as a serpent. And what does a serpent do? A serpent wait for his prey. Okay? The serpent waits for the prey. Now what? I just had that verse. I want to see if I can see that verse is still sitting there. All right. Look, to prove that we're supposed to wait. We're supposed to wait for Yahweh Shah. I don't know. I forgot what that verse was at. I think it's here. I know it's here. Let me see. I just forgot which one it was. Salaka, give me a minute. I know it's in here. Yeah, here we go. See? Yeah, this the spirit. This the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. This is Psalm chapter 27, verse 14. Wait on Yahweh Yahweh. Wait. Because a serpent waits to make his move. He could wait for days before he eat the prey. And we know we're not really after learning this, we know we're not really the prey. We kings and priests. This is what we learned. I want to sound one of those men, but this is what learning this ordeal right now builds a rich in faith, man. When I put this, I was doing I was going to do a different avatar, but this one just looked at me and said, "Yeah." I thought it kind of messed up because I tried to do a video before I jumped into it. That's how I tried to do it just before I turned it on. I turned it right, I had to do it over. This stuck out, rich in faith, and I tell you, man, it's a powerful thing because now certain things be happening now that should have happened. If it was supposed to happen, it was supposed to happen years ago. But now it's happening because it's about to get intense. People are catching serious losses because they don't have faith in Yahweh Shah. Serious losses, man. Like if something happened to you and it happens, that's the Lord testing you. But these people that ain't got no faith in Yahweh Shah, when they catch any losses, they gonna go nuts. You know, they gonna have no foundation, nothing to fall back on, and who they gonna rely on. Okay. It says Psalms 27 verse 14. Wait on Yahweh Shah. Wait on Yahweh Shah. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thee. He should strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, wait on Yahweh Shah, and that's the goal plan right now. That's the go get them plan, and that's how you want to win. And that stuck out, so sloppy. So it's very intense. It's very fervent. I went on the word. Where I got the word having or displaying passionate intensity. So it is very intense, man. It's very intense. I remember the elder brother Zavak said that. He said when we was talking one time, he said it's intense. It's intensifying. He said it's intense. It was just I was hyped, but I was listening. I was like, yeah, it is. Let's go. Hey man, who would have knew, bro? Like still, like when you look at it now, who would have knew? I didn't see this. I didn't see it. It was a surprise. I didn't see this, man. Now since it's happening, man, I don't know what else to do. It's like it's so right, man. That means everything you ever did, the Lord showed you. Look what you did wrong, and if you didn't feel terrified and ashamed of yourself, or you didn't want to repent, that means you're wicked. You know, the Lord gave you the pure opportunity to come back to Him. But it's a way to. I gotta wait to eat. I gotta wait to do that. Yes. Because you're rehearsing the righteous act, branding this in your mind constantly, and it's very intense. Sometimes you get emotional. I'll say that, and because you learned all this, and what it says, what's that verse? He said, "Oppression makes a wise man mad." Well, it's not that one. It's another one. Much wisdom, much grief. There you go. Much wisdom, much grief, man. And people could see your wisdom. You got people. Hey, you know who's the worst one that hate you? If this was like an issue, your family members, man, because they watch you grow up. They watch, they watch all the fucked up shit that you ever did in your life. They know you, just like you know yourself. They seen all the shit, but they don't understand that your spirit is what Yahweh Shah want. What proved that? With David, he said, "Oh, this tall man, this tall brother, this the no." He said, "No, this is not the ones. It's not the size." I'm quoting for a bit. It's the spirit. That's how King David became a king. He wasn't a big, tall superhero dude. He was scrawny, little guy. And that's us in these vibes. We're little sheeps amongst wolves, ferocious animals, man, who's ready to devour us, bro. All right. I'll go back to this verse. Psalm 37, verse 5. Commit thy ways unto the Lord Yahweh Shah. Trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. And it's gonna come to pass. All the things that's happening, Indians happening to you right now, all the way to the end. He's going to bring it to the past, bro. He's going to bring it. He's going to make you go through it. You got to go through it. He loves you. That's how we just read that in Psalms. He loves you, man. That's how you know He loves you. Where's that verse at? I know that Psalms. Yeah. So we went over this. Read this again. Salakia. The Spirit took over. All right. Look what it said. It says, Salakia. I'm going to read all this. Let's read this. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, He chastiseth. It's like it. For whom the Lord loveth, He chastiseth. He scorneth every son whom He received. If we came into His possession, He's going to run you through the ringer. If ye endure chastising, Yahweh delighteth with you, as with a son. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not? He ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. If you don't run your son through the ringers and your kids to ring your children to ring your daughters, whatever, they ain't nothing to you. Not running to the fucking ringer, man. You gotta fucking, these people is fucking crazy out here, man. Especially in this time and age. Hey, man, it's a lot of things happening. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye a bastard and not sons. So you're not, if you don't go through nothing, you're not. Oh, I was watching a video. He said, "What? How you gonna want the easy route?" You know. And you know, looking at it right now, bro, man, it's intense, man. It's just fire. All right, so we read that, and that leads us back to I was gonna read what the ultimate time. This is all this rehearsing, all this chastising, all these things you're going to do, praising the Lord, and every time you go before, you get back up. That's Yahweh Shemal Shah putting you through the ringer, baby. You know? Making sure you understand what it is. Right? So it goes all this intensity and fervent and all the things you're going through, and you casting all your burdens upon Yahweh El Shah and putting your trust in Him leads up to this moment here. Okay, this is what it's leading to. This is the ultimateness. This is where it's going to be at, because this is where the Lord wants you. This is where you're going to know who you working for. This is when the world going to know who you're working for. All right, Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So that means we can't, snakes and the snake can't bust a move, and the dove can't bust a move. These are the two attributes you gotta take on. You gotta be a serpent, you gotta be as wise as a serpent and wait patiently for your prey, and harmless as a dove. When all hell's breaking loose around you, can't go bust a move and go run in the store with the rest of the people stealing shit, and you gotta go this way. You gotta walk this way. You gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait till the Lord give you a piece of chicken. You gotta wait until the Lord give you a piece of bread. Daniels did it. All the prophets did it. They waited upon Yahweh El Shah. So all these things in the scriptures. It's in your mind, because I'm nights. I would just put the audio on because I couldn't read it all. So I had to go through a whole book overnight, just listening to it, my spirit. And you know who told me to do something like that? The apostles. So and through the spirit, Yahweh Shemal Shah, it's in there, because you know what triggers it? When you hear another brother pick up a verse, and then you go, oh, and then a verse jump in your head, and then you're able to go to that verse. Because I tell you, you going over this book over and over again, putting the precepts together, or getting taught the precepts. It was intense. It was intensity. It was, man. Like it was. Now we here. This is the moment right here. All right. It says Matthew chapter 10, verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council, and they will scourge you in a synagogue. So they're going to run down on us. It's coming. This is the moment right now. This is what we've been rehearsing for. These scriptures, we're rehearsing the righteous acts for this ultimate movie scene, which is going to be real life, man. I mean, whatever this is artificial insemination of this life right here, all this crap. This is going to get us the crowns. And ye should be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. See, now this is all the stuff that we see it. We see it was happening. All this what's going on? You know what's going on. And we preparing ourselves, because we're gonna lose, man. We're gonna lose everything here, and we're not taking nothing in this society into the next. Everything is here. Our body's not going there. So whoever make it up there with you, that's the Lord giving you mercy on who you love. And they don't make it up out of here. There's nothing you could do. That's the will of Yahweh Shemal Shah. That's why it's very important to trust in Him. Have faith in him and how Yahweh Yahushua. You know? Alright. Salakia. But when they deliver you up, take no thoughts. Here's the moment. Oh, you are done, Joshua. Because the Lord put the spirit on me that had pushed his words out of my mouth. Now, it's gonna be intensified. You're done. All right. A lot of beautiful things is happening, man. At the same time, you know, hey, remember the good, the bad, and the ugly is in the scriptures. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And I had it all in one shot. Had a little bit of good. Had a little bit of bad, and I had some ugly within the same 7 days. Bam. Dynamic, man. So you know what? This is the gospel, the good news. Now we going through it. Look, all the things we are going through is preparing for this moment. Preparing for this. Because remember, it tells you in Revelation chapter Salakia. Now we can bring this work out while we rich in faith. This is the spirit. The spirit just jumped in my head right now. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Alright. Alright, so this just happened right now. Alright, Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy work in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan. So that's happening right now. These people are running around here and these small hands are saying, oh, we the ones. You're not the ones. But they're not rich in faith. This was the spirit of Yahweh Shah that this verse jumped in my mind. So these people, these synagogues and these kings, they're gonna be trying to pull us into their chambers and run down on us, man. Oh, you say you the ones, huh? But it's gonna be that test from Yahweh Shah, and it leads right back to what I was just saying. That was the spirit. All right, let's go back to Matthew chapter 10, verse 18. Let's go to 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council. You know, it could be any type. It could be any man. You know, they coming. They come. I see. I feel it, man. I feel like I'm being watched and all that, man. You know, they will scourge you in a synagogue. See, they're gonna run down on us. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings, for my name's sake, for Yahweh Yahushua name's sake, man. All right? For a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye should speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye should speak. And that's us. This is the rehearsal, you know. And that was spiritual right there, man. Cause that I wasn't thinking about these verses, and I was going a different direction. But look what happened. The Lord took the course of it. He took us on his where He wants you to go. He does these things, man. And it's tense, man. I'm telling you, stuff is really tense. It got to this year. It's like a few more days left. I'm about to die. He preserve you through the rest of these days, man. Just thinking about this, man. Like, wow, bro. Like, come on, man. So that came to mind. But I feel like that's the end. Like right there. Like that was very invigorating for me. It was intense. Yeah. So cast all our burdens upon Yahweh Shemel Shah, the Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah, for the apostles and elders, the great millstone, the Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah, for this opportunity to do something glorious, man. To be a part of his calling. And I'll be chosen. All praise and honor, glory, Yahweh Shemel Shah, Shalom to the Akim. Shalom.